Hello and welcome to Storytime in Nature. I'm Coral Bass with Manatee County Parks and Natural Resources. And today we are studying about the estuary at Neal Preserve. Now, so what is an estuary, you're probably wondering. An estuary is where fresh and salt water mix together and form brackish. Typically it's the fresh of a river and the salty of the ocean, or in our case, the Gulf. Mixed together, and so it's not really fresh and it's not really salty, but it allows for all the animals to thrive that are adapted to it, of course. So this habitat is ideal for many fish, especially to start off as juveniles in. And that's what we're going to talk today. But not just any fish. This guy is a predator, or gal for that matter, is a predator. We're going to be talking about sharks. And one of the women who has studied them and brought new life into the shark world. Shark Lady, the true story of how Eugene Clark became the ocean's most fearless scientist. Written by Jess Keating and illustrated by Marta Alvarez-Meegans. It was Saturday, and Eugenie wanted to stay at the aquarium forever. She wanted to smell the damp, salty air and stare at the glittering rainbow fish. She wanted to keep watching her favorite animals, the sharks. Check it out. All right, have you been to an aquarium before and seen the beautiful, beautiful fish? Maybe even a shark? Eugenie pretended she was walking on the bottom of the sea. What would it be like to swim with her sharks? To breathe underwater with gills of her own? What would it be like? What do you think it would be like? Huh? When the summer came, Eugenie's mother took her to the swim at the beach in Atlantic City. Stuffing sticky gum in her ears to keep the water out, Eugenie dove. Down, down, down. The salt stung her eyes, but she didn't want to miss a single fish. Constellations of sea stars speckled the pebble sand. She imagined a silvery fin standing strong on her back, slicing through the ocean current. With that sticky gum. Look at that. You ever been swimming in the ocean? To others, sharks were ugly and scary, but Eugenie knew better, knew they were beautiful. As she glided through the cool water, she wished everyone could see sharks through her eyes. But the sharks were only in her mind. For now, Eugenie decided to learn everything she could about them. So she dove. That colorful world of fish. Look at all those beautiful, beautiful colors. This time, into books. Whale sharks, nurse sharks, tiger sharks, lemon sharks. Eugenie wanted to know about them all. She also joined the Queens County Aquarium Society as its youngest member. Eugenie's notebooks filled with sharks. They swam in her daydreams and on the margin of her pages. Look at that. Look at that whale shark. Biggest shark in the world. They've actually swum with there. They're beautiful. Gentle giants. At home, Eugenie's mother surprised her with an aquarium of her own. A 15-gallon tank was much too small for sharks. But Eugenie saved her allowance to buy guppies, clownfish, and coral red snails. It felt as big as an ocean in her room. Their small apartment became an aquarium. a laboratory, and a sanctuary. Check out. Aren't they all so pretty? She must have really liked oranges and reds. As she grew older, many were still telling Eugenie what to do. Forget those sharks. Be a secretary. Be a housewife. Eugenie wanted to study zoology, but some of her professors thought women weren't smart enough to be scientists or brave enough to explore the oceans. And they said sharks were mindless monsters. Eugenie knew better. Her dream was as big as a whale shark. So again, Eugenie drove. Look at that. Notice how many girls are in that room with her. Not a whole lot. In fact, she is the only one. She plunged into every course she could. Her laboratory became her home. From sunrise to sunset, she studied how fish grew, how they behaved, and how they were put together, both inside and out. Despite all of the people who didn't believe in her, Eugenie was becoming one of the smartest students in her field. Even after she earned her degree, many still doubted her. It's hard to be doubted, huh? But Eugenie was just beginning. Eager to make discoveries of her own, Eugenie finally dove into the open ocean. In the Red Sea, Eugenie collected hundreds of fish, including 3 new species that had not been discovered before. She collected the Red Sea sand diver, the barred Eugenie pipefish, and the volcano tripplefin. On a research mission exploring the Palau Islands, Eugenie was diving alone when she encountered her first ever wild shark. She wasn't afraid. Instead, she thought it was beautiful. Look at those 3 discoveries she made. Wouldn't that be amazing? And look at her diving off of that. Such an adventurer. In Isla Mujeres, she dispelled the myth that sharks must keep moving to stay alive when she swam through a dark cave. Still and silent, full of resting sharks. Eugenie's daring heart grew bolder with each dive. Soon they began to call her Shark Lady. Eugenie had proven she was smart enough to be a scientist and brave enough to explore the oceans. As her courage grew, she began to love and understand her beloved sharks more and more. But she never forgot many still believed that sharks were mindless killers. Because of this scary reputation, humans were hunting sharks all over the world. Eugenie knew that sharks weren't stupid or mean. She was determined to prove everyone wrong. See, they make them into shark. You've got shark fin soup right here. And look at these. A mouthful of teeth. Eugenie fished through her mind and devised a brilliant experiment. Could she train a shark the way a person trains a dog? Were sharks much smarter than anyone else? Anyone knew? They were. Eugenie was the first scientist in the world to train sharks and even learned they could remember their training for at least 2 months. 2 whole months! I know some dogs that can't remember training that long. Sharks were not mindless killers. Sharks were beautiful. Sharks were smart. They deserved to be studied, protected, and loved. And Eugenie's dream was now a dream come true. Look at that. Do you see what animals are in this picture? Do you see the different ones? We've got a shark cousin, the ray, and then we've got some sea turtles. We also have over here Eugenie's beloved shark. The end. But you got to check out the back. It's super cute, right? Look at her diving. As you can see, sometimes you have to follow your own heart, as Eugenie did. You have to make your own mind up and decide what you love. Eugenie loved sharks, and for her it was sharks. And they weren't mindless creatures. She was able to prove them wrong, and maybe you can too. Do you have a favorite animal you like? Like maybe that mullet? If so, let us know in the comments. Thank you again for joining us at Storytime in Nature at beautiful Neal Preserve, and I hope to see you again next week. Bye now.